Hello there, how's been our day? It's Ope Abegunde, your transformational speaker again. And I am here again to continue the series that started on family incest. Family incest. Of course, perhaps you might need to check my other episode on family incest at least. And just a recap, I actually had to use some examples in such a way that there's actually have to be a twin brother and a twin sister that actually got engaged with each other, and it all started as a result of some their nonchalancy of the parents, where two of them had to be sleeping in the same bed, and the twin brother actually had to take the advantage of the twin sister, and he took the advantage of her. Each time he feels this thing that every mature male, every teenage, every male at puberty will feel every morning, and that is what we call morning wood. It is called morning wood, nocturnal penile tumescence, and where you see what we call involuntary erection. And that involuntary erection, since because of the fact that he didn't know how he was going to actually appease himself or calm himself down, and he felt as if the best thing is to actually use his own twin sister, and before you know it, he got her pregnant. Same thing, the one I want to start today also have to do with also a teenage boy. Fine, thank God. Well, this boy was open enough to be able to open up to his father. There was a time he just called his father. He said, "Daddy, every morning I always feel like having sex. I always feel like there should be a lady, a woman beside me and have sex with that person." And the father was like, "Hey, this is demonic possession. Obandi is disturbing my son. Oh, this is like whatever." He started creating a scene that you have to even go and you need to go and we need to go and come and do deliverance for you. You need prayer. Fine. Nobody is saying he doesn't need prayer. But the fact is that the father did not have this understanding of actually talking to the son and make him understand that I, as your father too, I used to feel this thing. The boy is not saying the truth. That is the way every male at puberty will feel. When you wake up in the morning, you have involuntary erection. And the same way that you have erection, even though it is involuntary, it's also the same way you will feel even when you want to have the sex. So the boy did not understand. He did not know that there is something we call morning wood or nocturnal penile tumescence, and this is scientific. It's biological processes that are taking place in his body. He felt as if I want to have sex every morning. I feel like having sex every morning. And the father, instead of him to actually explain to him that it is normal for every male to have this feeling, but how do you undo it is what he was meant to tell him. Instead, he said, my boy is already having demonic possession. My boy is already having... Imagine. Such a father like that is supposed to call him down that I personally, as your father, I feel this. But definitely, I can have anything with my wife because it is the right time and I am married. But you're supposed to tell him that, okay, there are some things you need to do. That kind of boy too, even not because of the fact that he opened up, if he had maybe he had a sister that maybe nonchalantly they sleep together too, he could also have gone ahead to have sex with his own sister when he didn't know how to actually appease himself and feeling as if it has to be sex that he must have to appease himself at that time. And this is how we always have family incest, where cousins have sex with cousins, where brother have sex with sister, where father have sex with daughter. If you have found yourself in such a scenario like this, there are simple things that the father was meant to do. Fine. The boy wakes up in the morning, you have to make him understand that you have to observe your morning prayers. Morning prayers is very cool, it's very good. There's a way it also appeases. You have to first do your morning prayers. Then the next thing is that when a boy wakes up in the morning, does he go to start watching movies? And the kind of movies he watches when you are having morning wood, is he sexually intoxicating? Is it sexually suggestive things? Because that's one of the problems we used to have when you don't monitor the kids, when you don't monitor the teenage boys and girls. So you have to let him understand that you must not go and watch things that can actually intoxicate and fuel the fire that's already on. One of the things to actually do is that you have to let him know that you have to get yourself engaged. After you have observed your morning prayers and some your morning whatever, then get yourself engaged. Get the mind engaged. The mind needs to be engaged in the very early morning. We tell him to carry his book and study. You may tell him to carry the holy books and study, or go and give him an activity to do in the morning. Sweep the floor, wash the car, wash the room, as in clean the rooms, do some cleanups, go to the kitchen, go to the laundry. You understand now? These are strategies to just have to create a distraction. We call it distractive method. It's just to create a distraction for the boy or the girl, so that he will not wake up and say, I feel like having sex, and he's looking for who to actually have the sex with. And from that, it leads to family incest. So we need to get them understand all this. And then next thing is that parents must have close relationship with their kids, have close relationship and explain to them. Whatever it is, once a boy gets to 12, 13, 14, drastic changes will be happening in their body system. And so it's actually a parent that must tell them. I was actually explaining some of all these biological processes that happens in the body to some of my mentees, and they all told me that their parents never had time to tell them all this. He said, why is it that I was the one telling them these are females mentees, they are females, and they said, how parents don't even explain all these things to us? So that's why you realize that most of them, they fall into the wrong hands. Yeah, a female parent must tell, or a parent must tell his female daughter, see, there are sometimes that when you are feeling ovulation, you might, just like the way a male to feel this urge to have sex perhaps every morning, the same way females too may have this urge, perhaps their own is actually periodical or cyclical. And so a parent should tell the daughter that whenever you feel this, that's all the time you should be frolicking with a male, because you are frolicking with male, you may not be able to withstand it. You may not be able to withstand it. Your guard is weakened, your sexual guard is weakened at that time, and so you have to do some things that are not sexually intoxicating or sexually suggestive, which may make her to sexually crumble. And at that time too, even female too, that is actually undergoing ovulation period, where they are more sexually tensed up, have a male brother too that is available at that time, she may be tempted to fall into that kind of temptation, therefore leading to another family incest. Family incest is roaming around our families. Small poison that is eating deep into so many families, and the parents don't know about this. Parents, get close to your daughters, get close to your sons, know their mind. Don't let them learn most of all these things outside from a wrong person. Imagine if that girl that is undergoing ovulation tells a guy, see, I'm just having this urge to have sex, so this time. That guy, if he's a sexual predator, may take the advantage of that moment. Guy, this is a sharp time to really have my own share of the cake. Mommies, talk to our daughters, get them closer, make them your friends. Daddies, make our sons your friends. Let them push out their mind before they go and do the wrong thing at the wrong place and at the wrong time. Family incest is real and is killing some family deep. You don't want to be a grandfather to a son that is given back by your own son and your own daughter, or by your own son and the cousin, or by your own daughter and a far away distant family person that just came to have a holiday, with you. I'm still your transformational speaker, Okpe Abigudi. I'll see you again in the next episode. Family incest, let us watch it, let's run away from it. It's real and it's happening all over the globe. Cheers, have a nice day. See you, I love you.